So for all of you guys building your own homestead, working alone in a lumber yard, building a timber frame, a dovetail cabin, a shed, a house, something for your wife, I'm going to show you the best investment I made for working alone. No extra men on the job, no payroll. This thing works every day. And I'm going to show you exactly how cheap you can get one of these things for your place.
So you don't need me then?
No.
That's sad.
Just me and sawdust. Roll out trick. You're going to hear the whole crane. You actually call it. Till he rotates back. Scraping down. Come over. Hopefully you guys see. Okay, I purchased this truck before Jason got here and I was actually still working alone. And God, you look at it, you're like, oh my God, I can't afford that. I can't have one of those. I can't get it. This truck, this is the most used truck sale anywhere. These vehicles are only built for utility companies, power companies, phone companies, cable companies. I mean, you just could keep going. I purchased mine through Verizon, and these people actually sell these things for less than pennies on the dollar because they're giant companies and they need to rotate their vehicles. So in every one of a truck sales place, you will find a unit like this at more than a reasonable price. Now, I didn't think a lot of people were watching our videos and seeing how we use our crane, but I've gotten so many comments from the people that watch our channel and who have actually purchased a crane. There's more than a dozen guys already, and they keep asking me to make a video about this. So, guys, I'm gonna tell you straight up honestly, and maybe I overpaid, but I felt great. If you look this up, this is a $275,000 truck if you were to buy this new. I purchased this with 49,000 miles on it for $20,000. Realistically, 20. I've had zero problems with it. It works every day. It takes the place of 5 men, if not 6. So I don't have a crew of people around here, and I'm actually able to lift my beams, move my beams, dig my holes, bucket truck myself up into anything high. It is the most universal truck, and I'm going to go through some of the features you're actually going to get on pennies, pennies, pennies on the dollar. I mean, without even saying anything, just the tool storage alone in these trucks. You couldn't buy toolboxes for under 10 grand here. Now, I know my friend from Dovetail Cabin Tools just purchased the same exact one I got for $10,000. So this is not out of the realm of reach of getting it. Your mill is going to cost you more if you're sawmilling. This is going to make your life easy. I know it makes my life easy dealing with oak, but even dealing with pine, I move every beam with it. I do everything with it. I sawmilled with it for a while. I put in my piers with it. Today we're going to show you, we're going to put in a telephone pole. I've never put in a telephone, I'm saying a telephone pole. We're building a flagpole from a telephone pole. And we'll show you how easy you can actually do that. But not even I mean, let's just keep going around and deal with just the storage on this thing. I mean, you actually have tubes up here for your levels. Your back, the back doors. This is where we keep all of our timber framing tools. So when I pull up to a job, everything I have is at my disposal immediately. And you don't even just have that, the back. We have a come along, all our pegs and nails, but this is a ladder holder. It's 15 feet long back in there. So the storage, I don't even know what to say. And this is the best parts of the toolboxes over here, is that most of these things are gonna come with these high dollar rollout trays. I have everything that I need right here at my disposal. I'd like to say that it's more organized than it is, but I know where the stuff is. I mean, even inside, more drawers. And normally these units will come with a super inverter. So you're actually looking at this truck stores its own AC power. And when you actually turn this on, One of the best parts that you have about this is there's outlets everywhere all over this truck. So when you turn your inverter on, you can plug in anywhere in your truck, including up in the bucket. Now, I do not have them, but if you did, see if I can get this out. I've never even taken it out. These are hydraulic lines because utility companies don't use power tools up in there. They use hydraulic tools, and it's really just for safety. So this is actually on a giant reel. I bet you if you use this, it would come out a little quicker. I myself do not have any of them. So you have a rolling wheel. This is going to attach to your bucket. Another cool feature that this truck has, and unfortunately I do not have it yet, but there's a fitting to put right on here for a capstan winch. Now, capstan winch is used with a rope, so we could actually pull logs out of the forest with this thing. We could actually tighten up our buildings or use it as another winch. So if you're actually working, and mine came equipped with a bucket. This is an all-tech feature here. So I do know they make a couple of different style cranes. Everything I'm going to talk about today is an all-tech, which is the most popular for most of the utility companies. But mine did come with a bucket. These things are easy add-ons. You could try to find them used. I've actually called all-tech and had to get another bracket for mine. So it's very simple for you to still contact all-tech. You give them the ID number of your truck, everything will be listed. They know what it has, what it's going to fit. So we put a second post on here. So actually, if I have to work from the left or the right, I'm able to slip my bucket off and actually use it. So we use that bucket actually to finish our houses, trim our houses, stain our houses. Sometimes we actually use it to rig our ropes up into our tree. Anything high that we need. You're starting to talk at some of the buildings that we have, and we're up at 22, 23 feet. Do you really want to walk up a ladder for that? Or would you rather work out of a bucket truck? So not only is it a crane and a bucket truck, the crane option for me, priceless, priceless. Before I had my timber saw shed made there, I already had my truck. And I was using the crane as the winch. And I used to roll my logs, pick up my logs, do my logs with it before the building was made. So if you don't have a timber shed and you do have a truck, you can use it to work in your log operation. And not only that, we move beams all of the time. They go in the mill, out of the mill, join, fit together, back together, stained, and then up to the job site. Do you want to lift a 2,000-pound oak beam with you and just your buddy? Me, alone. Rig it up. I could put it on a trailer, work on it, raise it, lift it, and put it up. So those are just some of the quick features, and I'm going to show you everything, how we can actually use this. So these trucks, you can actually do most of your features right here on the back of the truck. If I'm working and I want to start my truck, there you go.
That's nice.
That is nice. So if your PTO is on and running, all of the electronic features are actually going to work for you. And naturally, the first thing that you do before you stop and set up your crane is to get your outriggers out. Real simple. Guys, you switch from your outriggers to your tools. You're going to hear they're going to rev up. Here's where the two outrigger layers are. So here. This is the setup for the safety and the strength of this vehicle. So don't ever lift anything without being on there. So you set yourself trucks up. If I wanted to run my tools, right here, here's the lever. I got my capstan winch. I'm wrapping my rope. I can go in either direction hydraulically with this. So it is also another winch that you could use on your sawmill. I haven't really tried it. But I did want to drag logs out of the forest with this.
I think we need to get that part.
We do. I don't want to say I've had a little trouble getting that part. I tried to lowball a couple of guys on eBay for one, and yeah, they didn't want to talk to me anymore. So really, you can start, if you wanted to run your tools are what's gonna come off this hydraulic hose. That's it, boom, you flip the switch, it's running.
Hey, it even says tools. I can figure that one out.
It says tools on it. The beauty part about these utility companies is everything's marked out.
I like it.
All your safety labels are marked out. And it's really simple to operate once you get used to it. So you're done running your truck, you're sitting here working, you can stop your truck right from here. And every time you turn that on, you're charging the batteries for your super inverter. So even if the truck's not running, you're still going to be able to have your electrical power. That's what's needed in a work vehicle. You got your power, you've got your lift, you've got your pulling abilities. And it really works great for us.
Well, we got lots of deck space too. We got the generator up there,
You
lots of
do
room for
have
things like
deck
that.
space.
So.
I mean, you come up onto this actual platform here. There is another. We have full-time generators here because a lot of times we need massive power and at least backup power. Now, you do have to, if you were to run this here, you'd have to get yourself up into the seat. I don't think I ever used the seat, Jay.
It's been a while, well, maybe in the beginning.
So, the only issue here with this, you can control your whole crane by working up here in your captain's chair. The issue with that is that you would need an extra guy, a ground guy, because you're not really, you'd be running up and down this truck all the time. So for me, I'm gonna jump down, Jay.
Come on down. I'm on the ground where the ground guy is.
I had to do this as an add-on. And it's a really, really simple way. I bought the control box. Okay, this is an All-Tech control box. So you actually call the All-Tech people, give them the model of that, and they will set you up with the exact box that this is. This is a plug-and-play unit. The receiver was up here in the back that actually works off this controller. It's one plug into the system. It is simple. But if you want to work this truck by yourself, this is a must-have. And that's what I say, because I'm the ground guy, the work guy, the joinery guy, the lift guy,
You're the guy.
I'm the guy. So you get yourself started, you turn your box on, you got to ring your alarm. That's going to connect your box to it and let everybody know that something's going down on the hill. I can start my engine from here. Every feature on this truck can be handled exactly by this. I want to lift my boom, and I'll go over each piece of how it works. That's it. So it's real simple on how this works. I don't play video games. But Jay thinks I do because I'm working, yelling, and I'm actually still rotating my crane by hand. I just got so used to it.
You're very good at that, Dan.
I'm good at that. So if you want to look here. So the first buttons here that you have, it's going to work your boom. So either I'm going to be lifting my boom, lowering my boom, or if I want to rotate my boom, everything is done off of that first handle. So it gives you something very easy to work with when you know the toggle is not working 10 different things. This portion is working only the boom. Now for me to get to the next sections, I want to work and lower my winch. There we go, hook's on the way down. Now your second toggle is actually going to work your jib boom and your actually extension. So it's really simple. And the first thing that you should do before you run your extension is you should be running your jib boom. Now you have to lower your hook because you can see how where the actual winch for it is back, so it's lengthening. Your rope is getting shorter as we go here. So I need to just make sure that you have enough rope out. And the jib boom is actually one of the strongest ways to actually lift anything on this truck. Well, I always extend this first. It really doesn't matter because I can position it to the elevation that it's needed, and I can get into the tightest corners. I mean, right down to the inch. Now you're working that's how your jib boom was working right here. Now you want to extend. So you're basically doing, this is only extending and contracting either the jib boom or the extension. So here we go, now pulling out the second extension here. And if need be that your truck is running slow, you can actually control the speed of actually how that's going to go on. So I can turn it up and do multi-functions at once. So you don't want to waste gas when you're not doing anything. You can slow it down. I can even stop it, just like I can in the back. So it has the full controller. Now your third deal here, now it depends on what you do. If you're a pole setting guy, you need this third toggle. If you guys are building pole barns and need to set a bunch of poles, this is actually going to work. I'll bring it down so you can maybe see it, Jay.
Let's take a look at it. I like this part.
So the actual third button here is going to control your pole setter, which is this hook right up here. This is how you can position, level your poles, hold on to anything that's strong that you need to. But it actually rotates down, rotates up by what elevation you actually have your crane or how you have to make that open. So here you go, you open up. And we're gonna show you, since we've never set a pole, we'll do it the first time with you to see how it is you're gonna pick up your pole and then you're actually gonna grab it. Now you've got control of what you're doing. Safely. And with this controller, you can keep yourself out of the way. I'm never under it. It might look like I'm under it. Everywhere I go, I never walk in the fall zone because you know we're not wearing hard hats, steel toes, face masks, stuff like that. So, I mean, the functioning of this, working alone, this is worth the investment. Now, I can't say that this is a cheap add-on, but I paid about 11 grand for this, and it's worth every penny of it. Now, we've had this truck, I'm going on 4 years with this truck now. I've had zero problems, no leaks, no issues. I think we had to add water once. I did have the oil change and everything when I did get it because I wasn't sure when the last time it was done. But very simple, guys. Because these are owned by utility companies, I looked at a bunch of these trucks before I actually bought this one. And this was really one of the best trucks, best deals I found because I didn't really want an old leaky truck, to be honest with you. And I don't have any leaks. There's none. There's a million hoses on this thing. The newer the truck, which they get rid of pretty new. I've had no problems, no leaks, so I'm not going to complain.
49,000 miles is not a lot of miles.
It's not a lot of miles. It's not a lot of miles. I think my buddy Jared that paid 10, I think he has 70,000 miles on this.
Still not
Now,
bad.
what you do need to understand is these trucks are not travel trucks. So normally they're going to have a lot more hours on them with the key running and the PTO running, and they're just stationary, and they're work trucks, and they're putting in poles. So they might put in a pole, drive 100 yards, put in a pole, drive 100 yards, put in a pole. So they don't normally get a ton of mileage on them. But when you do get your truck, and most of the ones that I've seen, it comes with the complete book. If not, you contact Alltech, take your serial number, put that in your name. They'll have a registered name of that truck when it transfers over to you. And they will know when you call their engineers exactly everything that was put on that from the factory. Now, they won't have anything that was changed, but honestly, I haven't found that the companies change anything because they're buying these trucks brand new. And the most, you know, and everybody's gonna go, how much is a lift? What can it do? Well, it's a crane. So there's varied portions of it. Now, my crane at maximum lift power of this crane is 19,000 pounds, which is really a ridiculous amount for doing a timber frame. And we don't need that. But really, the lifting power that you can use on your truck is all gonna be based on the cable or the rope that's put in there. And in the book, it should, let me just, Remember, it did have it there. It gave me the exact rope that I had on this crane. Right here, my winch capacity and the unleaded weight, I have a 12,000 pound. And my winch line rated workload is 5,500 pounds. So it's not a 19,000 pound crane. You need to go with the winch. And honestly, this is 10 times. So that rope is really worth 55,000 pounds, not 5,500. Because on a crane, they use a 10x safety factor in the rope. They don't want you to pull, if the rope is only good for 5,000 pounds and you pull 4,900 pounds, the chance it's gonna break. So with the 10 times, that rope is really strong. Now I can't say that we haven't lifted something over 5,500 pounds, but I try to do my best not to, let's say, get ridiculous with it. But we have lifted some large things. Now, if I wanted to change the rating or pull more power, I could change the rope. I haven't had to. If you've seen any of my videos, you see what we lift with it. I mean, you should be good with whatever they've actually got here because of the safety factor and actually where it came from. So on the side here of your crane, as this boom is lifting, this is actually giving you the angle of what you have going on here. So that's why I say that the weight that you lift is also going to be variable on what pitch you have yours. And actually the strongest way to lift anything is to have that boom up in the 80%, standing straight up in the air. So if you have something that's right close to your truck and want to lift something heavy, that's the most important part. And then right here by the captain's chair, I haven't really read this in a while, Jay. It's a little dirty, but I read it when I first got here. It actually is going to give you all of the poundage by the degree that your actually boom here is sitting. So let's just say the strongest way for me to get to, if I had to lift something that was 19,000 pounds, I would actually have to have everything is fully retracted. I'm only using the crane in the position that it's in, no jib boom out, no intermediate boom out, and I can lift 19,460 pounds at the 80 degree. So you actually work yourself down the line. It'll give you, as you go down in the different degrees here, of how much weight. And you can see when you get down here, you're at 39 degrees. So if that thing is about 40 degrees, you went from 19,000 pickup to 6,830. And as you go across, so if I want to extend just my center boom, it's going to tell me right here, look, at 76 degrees, which is really close to the 80, it's a 10,000 pound lift. You're at the same, even with the jib boom out, it goes down to 10,300. Does not change that much. Normally I use just my jib boom out unless I need to really reach out there and get something. Now most of the time I'm not working in the 80 degrees and I'm swinging things and I'm back into, let's say, the 40s. So I try to keep, so here you go, if I'm at 46 degrees, I'm at 4,460 pounds. That's all you can lift. So you actually have to have a gauge, kind of know the weight that you're gonna lift, the position of your boom, where it goes, what's extended, and remember all that when you're doing it. This is just a guide, and I guess that's why they put it right next to the guy running the crane, so he can just have a quick look of what's going on. Most of the time they're setting 40, 50-foot poles, which weigh a pretty good deal. We don't normally lift 40-foot things. Today we're gonna do a 33-footer and we'll see how that goes.
But it's not oak.
It is an oak, but it's, yeah, CCA pine, my friend.
Gonna be heavy?
It's gonna be heavy. So before you lift anything, right here in the back, it gives you the degree that you have of what's going on here. Like, just say I just had a fully retracted boom and I'm at 80 degrees. It's telling me that I'm only gonna be 5 feet from the truck. If I'm at 75, I'm gonna be 10 feet from the truck. So you follow this line here. So the furthest that I can reach, it looks about 17 feet if my whole boom is fully retracted. Now, if I added my intermediate boom, Same thing, just follow your degrees. It's going to give you, I can get myself out to about 25 feet. And then I go up to my top. When the intermediate booms and the upper booms are both extended, I can get out to about 30 feet from the truck. So here you go, at 80 degrees on my intermediate boom, I'm almost 10 feet from the truck. So that gives you a way to position your truck where you have to use it. And you actually need to set your truck up in the right position. And that's really one of the most important things. Now to drive this truck on the road legally, you're gonna need a commercial driver's license because it's a 33,000 pound truck empty. I don't have one of those, but I knew I wasn't gonna be driving this on the road. But if you do have a commercial license and you are running a business, this truck is all you're actually gonna need, because you can hook up another massive trailer with this. It either has an air brake setup or an electric brake setup. So you can actually pull your whole frame to the job, lift it off of your trailer without even moving. Take your boom, take your pieces, and put them exactly where you need to be. So they've made it extremely simple because they've been practicing at this a while of how to get a job done quick in not so easy spaces. But me, not having a commercial license, I had someone drop this off, and my crane never leaves Timbertown. When it does, my friend down from the shop comes and drives it for me. But look, I don't even think I have Illinois. Yeah, I don't even have that registered, but we won't tell anybody.
I don't see any tabs on there.
There's nothing. Says good for life. It is a work truck day. I haven't really armor-rolled my stuff here in a little bit. But the interior control panel, before you get to going, is extremely simple, and it shows you exactly what's going on here. But if I turn my truck on, I already have it on. To run your PTO, to get your PTO to run or your crane to run, you're gonna have to flip the button, get all your electric running in that position. If you wanna run the power inverter, you need to put your power inverter on. Mine has a lockable 4x4 drive onto it, so that actually helps us out if we're going up steep hills or things like that. I'm always locking my position in. Right here is a gauge. You can see I'm almost on 0. So when you're setting up your crane, you're trying to level the truck as best you can. And this actually helps you out when you're positioning as you're driving into the truck. Here's for your electrical brake setup in the back. And then if you hook up the air hoses, everything is going to be run off the gauge if you're running air brakes on your trailer. So, very simple to operate, straightforward and easy. So this is a 10 by 14, 18-foot long piece of oak. It is heavy. I don't think even me or Jay, even though Jay's here with me now, we use this crane every day because we're kind of old and saving my back is pretty important.
This might be a bit heavy for me.
So seriously, we just strap these up. These are 25,000 pound lifting straps. And I just put a snatch on it for a beam just like this. In certain circumstances, and depending on what we're lifting and where we lift, I might even add a clamp or something just to keep our pieces in line. So I would just clamp this on. It's going to help make sure that you don't have any slip. But it's important when you do rig these up is to try to rig these up so that the beam is centered and it'll actually, you don't want it to be tilted when you're lifting this thing. You want it to be level.
That's a beautiful beam.
It is a beautiful beam. Let's put it on the table because she needs joining, Jay.
There we go. Let's put it together.
So for us, we're bringing material in all the time, and I'm able to pick it up and place it in my frame wherever I want. Hey, that was a pretty good scrap job, Jay.
Not bad at all.
Let's see if we get this right. It's easy enough for you guys. If you need to spin it around, you need to turn it, everything's on a swivel. So that's gonna work for you. I need this beam here in the front. So basically I'm gonna lift it. I'm gonna put it where I need it, and I'm gonna start to boom down, which is gonna give me some extension out onto the table. Now I know I need this beam to actually be a little bit more in this direction so you can move wherever you want. And this is exactly where we need to join this. Use your crane. I'm not straining my back. I'm able to put my beam. This is what I need. I'm done. So we just keep taking our pieces, putting them wherever we want, and we're using this like a gantry crane. If you look at a lot of guys that do timber framing in their shop, they're gonna have a gantry crane. The gantry crane though is only good for in the shop. Me, I work outside, so I use my truck. It's about the exact same thing, but much more versatile and probably cheaper than getting a gantry crane. Let's go dig some holes and put a telephone pole in or a flagpole over at Timbertown, Jay.
We need a flag out here, Dan.
We do.
You can always snatch it from the...
Now I actually got it in a place that I can get a hold of it better. I'm just going to reset my hooks. Maybe balance out this pole a little bit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now I actually got it in the spot where we can come grab it with the skid steer. Normally my logs aren't 34 feet long, but you can see how well you'd be able to grab something and move it where you need to be. Close enough to the house? Look good? Out of the way? Can Mel see it?
Can Mel see it?
So now it's time to dig, fellas. Now, I know a lot of you don't need to dig to put up a flagpole, but a lot of you are going to be needed to dig foundations. So you can actually position this drill anywhere you want. So if you're building a timber frame and you want to drill piers, which I've drilled many piers with this, just haven't set a flagpole with it. It's actually a pretty simple operation. Right here, we're going to get adjusted. And the locking mechanism that's holding that up, you're basically going to just hit my digger release right here, and I'm going to unstow my digger. There. You just reverse the roll, and the wrap will come undone. That's it. You unhook it. You're ready to dig any way you want. Now you look, I'm not in the position I want, and if you're actually doing foundations, you got to be right on the money. So on a digger like this, your intermediate boom will also drag out your digger. So you have multiple, you got a lot of area that you could use this digger with. It's not the jib boom, it's the middle boom that holds the rack. See how close we can get to on the money, Jay.
X marks the spot, Dan. X marks the spot.
I don't know, I'm an inch off. Let's fix it. That's how easy it is to get yourself precise. Now you want your digger wheel. Right now you can see I'm actually not perfect. So I can actually suck in my intermediate boom, straighten out my dig. That's a lot faster than hooking up a digger on the back of a tractor. It's ready to go at a moment's notice. I know most holes don't need a moment's notice, but I like just having my stuff with me. You just keep pushing down. Me? You're gonna want to rev it up some. Here we go. So now you keep pressure on your boom coming down. And let it dig for a second. Keep putting pressure. And I'm going in slow. Look how deep. We're in a lot of clay too. Now it's a flagpole, so I want to go a little deeper than a footing. It's repositioned to make sure I was running perfectly straight, so our pole isn't crooked. I know you think that drill bit's going slow, but the pressure with this crane let's lift some dirt, Jay.
Let's see what happens.
That's clay, it's stuck in there.
Whoa, yeah.
So what I normally do is I move it away from the hole. And this is where the digger shake is going to come in. A little bit of wet clay right there.
That's some serious clay.
That's it. The digger is clean. I'm gonna go back in and pull out one more. Look at that. It's a massive hole in a couple of seconds. Easy, buddy. We'll break that off because our ground is wet here today. But for the most part, it cleans it off pretty good. Dry soil, no problem at all. So really, our hole's finished. Oh, Jay, that's a pretty deep hole.
That's a nice hole, Dan.
So we're gonna stow our digger. I'm gonna knock off that thing, knock off the mud. Let's see if we can raise a pole. So now it's time to stow this back because you're not gonna use it anymore. It's just that simple. Put your hook on. I'm gonna start my truck. Watch out. So right now I'm just in slow digger mode. And right up when I get up to the clip here, I'm gonna open the release and pull that right in. That's it, locked in place. Ready for crane action now. We're gonna swing over and grab our pole. Now really, I am working alone, if you noticed.
Just pretend like I'm not here.
Exactly. Not everybody, guys, has a camera guy on their job site. I got a cat in the way.
Cat in the way.
No
Come on,
hard
cat.
hat, no safety vest.
Where's your hard hat, cat?
I'm just gonna drag it over, Jay.
You're doing a good job by yourself there, Dan.
It's a big pole, Jay.
Big pole. That's okay. We're gonna need a big flag.
I've never done this, so it'd be like the first time you guys are doing it alone.
That's all right. Warts and all. Let's see it.
Pole's in, Jay.
Looks good, Dan. Let's hang the flag.
Maybe not as good as those guys from the power company,
Well, I mean, this is the first time.
but that's a big pole, Jay.
It's a big pole.
So now you can take your truck, and we're gonna try to level this pole as best we can and then backfill the hole. Have ourselves a flagpole.
There you go.
We find a level.
Can we put
You know
a
what? The coolest part about having a work truck? Got a level, Jay.
There you go.
Oh, this pole's a little bit bent, so it is what it is. All right, I need to come over, and I need to go out. Ooh, it's close, my friend. That's us, buddy.
Right on.
Backfill.
Okay,
Pole's
backfilling
in.
time. Put the camera down and get backfilling.
Now, if you were doing a pole barn, you could see how quick you'd be able to set all of your poles. And I know they're not going to be this tall, but it was a good one.
I sure hope not.
I had fun doing it. We're going to set flagpoles everywhere.
Did you go? That's awesome. Glad you had fun, Dan.
So we're really just filling the hole back in with our clay. And I'm going to tamp it down. We're actually going to add some rock and then more clay and then rock. But don't just put your dirt in here soft.
We're going to need a big flag, Dan.
I got a big flag, Jay.
Do you?
That's why I picked this pole.
We need a pirate one, though.
We will. We'll get one. Matter of a half an hour, you dug and set your pole.
Really would be something for a pole barn, though. Like
It
you said.
would. Those guys have to put up 20 poles.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do it any other way?
Pay for
Honestly, what it would cost to rent this for one job, to do one job, it probably cost you what it cost you to own the truck.
Especially you find even better deals out there.
Yeah,
And you're
especially if you guys do better than me.
you're a good deal finder.
I was worried at first that the quality of the truck, because you know I'm no mechanic.
Oh, this thing's a beast. Rock solid.
So that's it, guys. rock and clay. So hopefully you guys see how universal this multifunctional machine, and really in today's prices, is pretty cheap to get. It's gonna save you back, save you time, make your projects move slower, and you can actually fire a couple of people if you feel like it.
Am I fired, Dan?
Now, I wasn't sure how this video was gonna go with the people, but I had so many people buy a crane from watching my videos and asking me about it. We figured we'd make it. But the best investment I ever made. So I hope this helps you out, guys.
Helped out my back.
Helps mine too, Jay.